Hi there. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I am at the Tucson Gem Show and I have such exciting news. Something really cool happened this morning early. I don't know, like maybe 7:30 this morning. I was with the ladies who are traveling with me, Maury and Liza, and we were sitting in the kitchen having our coffee. And all of a sudden, out the window of the kitchen, Maury points, she goes, Bobcat. A bobcat was walking right along the side of the kitchen window. And then it came out and through here and came right through where I am here sitting right now and went through the fence and out into the nature. It was so exciting. It was so great to see it. So I'm all gaga for Bobcat this morning, and it was just very, very magical. So I just thought I'd share. And I was also like, is the Bobcat gonna come chant with me this morning? Who knows? So let's dive into today's practice. I went through and found my papers, the Narayan translation of the Heart Sutra. I have it printed, but I couldn't find it yesterday morning in my papers, but I found it in my other folder today. So let's get into it. Uttering the sound of the three states of existence, I enter a mystic union of oneness with the entire cosmos. In the three worlds, in the three times, my breath binds the sound, Om, purifying the body, speech, and mind. I take refuge and invoke the awakened mind of the goddess who knows all and hears all suffering. The blessed Bodhisattva Aryatara, from the deep practices of the heart's perfect wisdom, understanding that the five elements of consciousness were always empty, instructing her student Shariputra, she says, in this world of forms, Shariputra, all phenomena are empty. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Form is not separate from emptiness, and emptiness is not different from form. Always, emptiness is the same as phenomena. Potential or actual form and emptiness never separate. So it is for feelings, conceptions, perceptions, and consciousness. All phenomena, Shariputra, have the characteristics of emptiness. They neither die nor take their birth into existence. Neither are improper nor shining with purity. Neither are complete nor deficient in any way wanting. So, Shariputra, in that emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, conception, perception, nor consciousness. There is no seeing, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, nor thought. Neither are there solid forms, sound, fragrance, sensation, nor conceptual phenomena. No circle of sight, nor is there a sphere of consciousness. There is no knowledge nor ignorance. Neither does ignorance get vanquished nor knowledge voided. No long road into aging and death, and no liberation from it. No causes of suffering nor samsara. No stopping on the journey of joy and suffering. There is no clinging to thoughts nor grasping. There is no attainment of anything, as there's nothing to attain. With blissful practicing of the heart's perfect wisdom, obstructions of mind move clear, and the labyrinthine maze of thought impressions and delusions of duality are liberated. In this way, the blessed Bodhisattva Aryatara enters enlightened transcendence. In the three worlds, all on the Bodhisattva path may practice the heart's perfect wisdom, and in applying it every moment find the nature of mind and enter enlightenment. So understand and see the mantra of the heart's perfect wisdom as the strongest of sorceries, as the most powerful saying of mystical and sacred speech. It is the mantra which smooths over all things, which disperses lies into its light of truth. This mantra liberates all and is said like this: Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi soha. Gone, gone, crossed over and gone, completely gone beyond to the far shore, awakened, and all is good. This ends the heart's perfect wisdom. And yesterday was a good day, I hope, for you of living your gifts and your purpose. Good morning, Christy and Jean. Good morning, folks on YouTube. And it was a good day for me of living my purpose. I walked around in the gem show, which was just like fun and easygoing. Then last night we had Order of the Black Madonna, and I had a meeting and a time connecting with friends, and it was very, very powerful. So I felt like I was doing my mission yesterday. The mighty divine of the universe, individualized in each of us, acts through us in kindness, which is the controlling power for everything. The most vital thing is the necessity of positively refusing to sit in judgment over the activities of another person. To blame, attack, or even feel curiosity about the affairs of another, except to wish them Godspeed, is not acceptable for one who desires to reach the highest mastery. I am kind to myself, and kindness flows through my actions. The divine presence lies within each person, place, and condition. It is impossible for anything to happen anywhere in my life except divine perfect activity. I feel like I agree with this, and I agree that it's also complicated. I think that it's true that holding unkindness in our hearts as an operating principle is not going to land us anywhere close to enlightenment. At the same time, I think that sometimes people confuse the idea of judgment, which is like projection onto another, with and therefore a bad thing, with the idea of judgment as in discernment of what is a good path for us to take or not. And so to judge in a negative way is to project something on someone else or on something else. But to judge in a positive way is to exercise the ability to make a healthy decision for oneself, to judge whether or not something is good for us. Like, is it a good idea for us to have that one more glass of wine? Is it a good idea for us to stay up an extra hour? Is it a good idea for us to give our money to that person or to that cause? Learning to exercise discernment and to understand that in the exercise of discernment, we are going to witness whether something feels ethically aligned or in integrity for us or not is really important. So I don't encourage anybody to give up discernment, even if what we know we need to give up is projection. So I can look at, say, like somebody comes to me and they say, here's this really great offer. It'll cost you $5,000 to participate. I really think it's like the hot new thing and it's going to be really good for you. It's good for your business. It's going to make a lot of business. It's going to be really great for the planet. We're going to change the world. I can look at that and say, please show me your business plan. Please show me the statistics of how effective it's been for other people. Please show me whether or not it's been something that a lot of people have signed up for and been happy about. Please show me your testimonials. And if they don't have those things in order, it's okay for me to exercise the judgment and say, I don't feel that this opportunity is aligned for me at this time. And even if I can see that they have flaws in their business plan or in their, their strategy, I don't need to judge them for that. I don't need to be like, "Oh, you're terrible, like, you're stupid, you're this or that." That would be the projection aspect. But I can judge whether or not I feel like this is going to be successful for me and whether or not this feels like it's aligned for me. So, the other thing I want to say on this is that I actually don't think that we should put the responsibility on victims of horrific crimes with saying everything is perfect. Everything is not perfect when someone has been horrifically victimized. And it is not divine design and divine alignment. I would say it's more like the cold hand of destiny, which places us sometimes in the right place at the right time and sometimes in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I would say that it's the vagaries of human spirit, which sometimes can be kind and sometimes can be terribly cruel. And being able to note that unkindness, cruelty, and less than optimal circumstance exists does not compromise the value of the divine that's inherently present and available to us in every moment. So, not everything is divine design, but the divine design and the native intelligence of the universe is always present with us when we need it. And we don't need to accept that yoke of responsibility for negative things that have happened to us. And we don't need to say, oh, as in this was all just perfect in order to be spiritual. To be spiritually inclined and to be enlightened is to acknowledge that even when things are not ideal, we have the capacity to reach out our hand and our heart and connect with that oneness, and that oneness can help us to heal. It's not the same as saying everything is perfect. So, with that said, let's dive into practice, which always brings us back to that perfection of being in the now in meditation. And we're going to start with 3 prostrations before our Guanyin, who is here, even though she's not perfectly in the screen. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi and Pusa, calling out to Guanyin, asking her to be present for us in our discernment without projection. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa. Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi and Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 And our brief practice for the Mani Reciter of Calm by Gyaltse Tukme Zangpo. Lama dang kunchuk sumlak chak ta lo dak ni chang chu ning por chi ke bar gang dang gang du ke pa de dang der ta du tu je chempo chetsin shing gusum ge we chula chapar sho jam dang ning je chempo kunlang ne tu je chempo du jar ke pa nam lame chang chu chola gope cheer tu je chempo trin le je par sho. Homage to the Guru and Three Jewels from now until I reach the essence of awakening. No matter where I may be reborn in those places, may I always follow the great compassionate one and dedicate my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Inspired by loving kindness and great compassion, in order to lead all Mahakarunika's followers to supreme and unsurpassable awakening, may I carry out the great compassionate one's activity. Lama dankun shuksum lakchaksa lo dakni changchu nyingpo chike par gangdang gangdu kipa dedang der tadu tuje champo jetsin shing kusum gewe chula chapar sho jamdang ningche champo kunlang ne tuje champo jujar kipa nam lame changchu chok la go pe cheer tuje champo trinle je par sho. And 108 recitations. Oh, you know what? We didn't do offerings. Better late than never. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guanxi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. (108) recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give a moment of thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Swasti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Chögyam and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of supreme bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable. And may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And wishing everyone a day of discernment without projection.